to the Sundown Show. On this show, we bring you the movers and shakers of South Sudan and the world over. We engage in debates and discussions that unearth the stories behind the news. And we have our light moments too by chit-chatting about issues that affect our day-to-day life. Stay right here on the Sundown. Join in and be part of the show on iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
أهلا ومرحبا بكم في برنامج سانداون على آي راديو. في البرنامج ده بنستضيف شخصيات بارزة ومؤثرة من جنوب السودان ومن حول العالم، وبنتحدث معهم عن القضايا اللي بتهم بلدنا وبتأثر على حياتنا. كمان بنتطرق في القصص خلف الأخبار وبنتبادل الأحاديث الخفيفة عن حياتنا اليومية. شاركونا، كونوا جزء من البرنامج فقط على آي راديو، عينك على جنوب السودان.
Hello and welcome to the Sundown Show on iRadio with me, Madrama James, and this program comes to you Monday to Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. for a comprehensive look at the daily events, the latest information, in-depth analysis, exclusive interviews, and exciting surprises. To be part of the show, call us on 0911-022-986986, and for us a text message on 0913-986-986. If you can't access the radio, we are also on Facebook, X, to YouTube, and more. You can also stream this broadcast live by logging to our website at iradio.org. To kickstart the show right here in Juba, we start with a statement issued by a university professor who has defended polygamous marriages, saying the practice is part of African hospitality and can be beneficial when well managed. Dr. Julia Duang spoke at a dairy cultural festival at the University of Juba yesterday. She challenged common criticism of polygamy, urging that it can bring social benefit if organized or properly managed. Dr. Duang, the former Vice Chancellor of Dr. John Garang Memorial University of Science and Technology, used her own bringing as an example. She said growing up in her father Benjamin's household, which had 11 wives, was a communal and orderly experience. More in this following his speech.
My father has 11 wives, so we grew up in a very big house where everybody, is busy running around. Kids are together in one place. Sometimes other people don't know our name. They just know these are Happy the Benjamin. They say these are children of Benjamin. The house is very busy. And the good thing with my father, he makes sure that all the children, they eat in one place. And our mothers, they have the choice. Who is cooking today and who will be cooking next tomorrow, like that. So there is no any child that is eating with his mother or her mother. All of us eat in one place. So, and I used to term it in, I call it the African hospitality. When you say polygamy is not good, I say no. Polygamy sometimes is good if it is managed well. So the community of Benjamin Bill grew up to be one of a household that everybody knows around. The good thing with my father was that all the children he has to go to school, including the children, the child girl. So our elder sisters were sent to Rubik Primary School, and there they were being taught Arabic, at that time. But when Bishop Yerleo came from Wow, he was touring all lakes. Barakzal, so he went to Europe, he came back. Then my father hosted him. So we were there also to provide water, and he saw all of us. In our family, there is a generation that born together. 2, 3, 4 kids are born at the same time. So 3 of us, the girls, myself, and my sister Margaret and my sister Cecilia, we are of the same age. So we were the one running around bringing water and all those things. Then he asked, can I have your girls to take to Nazareth? My father said, but these are still young. Can they go all that far? And Bishop Leo said, I want to take all the children from Barakuzan, from different communities, all to be in one place. So that's how we ended up, three of us in Wow. That's good. But when we were going, the funny thing, my father decided us to go to school. Our mothers were busy. Some of them were making peanut butter. Some of them were making a bread, dry kisra. Some of them, preparing us. They bought us suitcases. They bought us mattresses and blankets and bed sheets. They brought us new shoes and all. So even other kids were jealous. Oh, could we go to, everybody want to go to school. So we went to Nazareth.
Professor Julia Aker Duang talking to the media right there.
For news and the music, keep it iRadio. This is iRadio.
It's a Baghdad Diamond Wenusuma iRadio على نمرة التليفون 0911-986-986 أو تبيرسل رسالة على نمرة 0913-986-986.
Welcome back from the break. It's time now for you to grab the cell phone and let's talk to one another on 0911-022-986-986. Do you also believe that marrying more than one a woman is beneficial if it is well managed? With this particular crisis South Sudanese are going through, Sharik Manin of Sefrisa Wide Wallet Nini Tisatamania Sita Professor Julia Bugul Zola البزوج أكثر من 2 نسوين ولا واحد مرة. المهم لو بقدر في سكويس ما في مشكلة. هل انت بتتفق مع كلام ده ولا لا؟ ونمرة 2 إنه معيشة الجنوبين قاعد بمروا من فوق. نسمع من أول مخالمة. أي راديو. Hi radio.
Yes, hi radio. Good afternoon.
Good evening. How are you?
Is it good evening, right?
Welcome on board. Tell us your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm Nyepoy Sapat, calling from Wow.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I agree with Professor.
Why?
And in one way or another, I also disagree with him in the current situation.
Where do you belong exactly? Agree or disagree?
First of all, I agree with him. Simply, the generation of today is different with the first generation. The women of today are different with the women of yesterday. So,
first of all, before you proceed, what are their differences?
The difference is those of today do not love each other. They do not love their counterparts, their co-wives. Simply because there is a war of interest over the resources of the husband. Simply, women do not want to work their own things. So they all depend, mostly they depend on the husband. But the previous or the first or the last or the first generation, they work with their hand to make sure that they support their husband. That's why you see, even if you married 2 or 3 wives, they are able to stay in one house. They are able to share the little thing that they have. And they are able now to go and work and bring a food on the table, which is different with the women of today. Yes, that's why I say there is a little bit different. I agree and disagree sometimes. Because nowadays, in today's generation, if you bring 2 women or 2 ladies in one house, make sure that you have a big problem. Even if you provide all the needs, still they don't love themselves. Simply, one thing that the co-wife is having everything than the other one. So, not knowing that the same man loves all of them. So, the most important thing is that when, as we, the men, when we actually try to marry more women, we need to manage them in a way that they love themselves. We need to teach them in a way that they love themselves. We need not to separate them.
Sure.
See? We need not to give them chance of saying, I need my own house. If not, I have to go back to our house.
All right.
It is, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for being our first caller and sharing your opinion with us. According to you, it's a 50-50 situation. 0911-229-86986. Do you agree that marrying more than one wife can be of social benefits if it is well managed or properly managed? 0911-229-86986. I read you.
Madrama.
Ustaz Atul Fuk.
Absolutely.
شنو يا أخونا؟
سلام بطال. أنت كيف؟
ما بطال لي أتتجاه يمين ولا شمال؟
لا يمين.
نعم.
سلم جميع كلهم. وسلم الستاف بتاع الراديو كلهم. أول حاجة في كلمة بقول سالب انترست. لأنه لو عندك نية فوق عشان أنت تجوز ثلاثة نسوان 4 نسوان، لازم أنت تعرف بطريقة أنت بربيهم. لو ما عندك قادر عشان ما عندك شغل واحد يكون مشكلة. وزمن أننا قاعدين فوقه زمن الليلة، لو أنت تعرف عشان تجوز 3 مرة ولا 2 لازم أنت تمشي لدلالة عشان تصل البقر بكم. لأنه جزء في جنوب السودان بزوجوا ببقر. لأنه بقر بقى 1 مليون بعد مرات 1 مليون and half, and that is the problem. لكن المشكلة شنو؟ المشكلة you have to understand first. After that you will get married. When you dating the girl, you must to understand how is characteristic and how is the way will get on and the way will get happiness, and then you will take it. If you don't know, then tomorrow you will get the problem between two families, her family and your family. And later on, you will case it to the court. After court, the court will say you will put on priest 6 months. Why you refuse the girl and you take it? And that time you got it in school. If not in school, then the parent will say, our girl that time is in school. Today, we need something. If you want to marry, then you will take a period to see what is the behind on your pocket and what is the front on your pocket. After that, you will go. But everything is emergency. You know, this generation is worse and worse. Because you don't know. That time, I had that scene. When you dating the girl, then the family will know. And the girl go and explain, Mr. Ed, the son of Mr. Ed, dating me. If there is any problem, then he will listen their parents. If there is no problem, then you will continue with their boyfriend. But today, nothing like that. Even your son will not tell you anything. When you ask something like when you make a small conversation and then you will say something in like you play with him, then you will never. Nothing. You will say that there's nothing.
Shukran.
And that is the problem later on.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing your thought with us. Halita mutafik be kelma la min Professor Julia بقول راجل البزوجو أكتر من وايد مرة المهم لغات بافي كويس يعني عنده نتيجة وهذا حالته بقول شنو بالذات وسط مشاكل وكمان ظروف بتاع الجنوبيين في زمن بتاعسي. هاي راديو.
Hello.
أيوة.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
ما بطال, no complaint at all.
Yes. So, polygamy is good when it is.
First start with your name and where you're calling from, then you proceed.
Oh, sorry, I said my name is Aguer Francis.
Go ahead, Aguer.
Yes, I think the issue of polygamy is of course good. That thing, but the problem is, like now, because of the economic situation and all this, I don't see the problem. It was good long time ago when you were only able as the head of the family. What was expected of you was just start with the children. Then after that, there was no responsibility. But as for today, we can see that the 10 children, all these children have to be in schools, have to, of course, attend to the good medical services. And that thing now cannot, those things, there is no capacity of providing all these things. So, I advise that if you can marry more than one wife, at least 3 is enough, rather than going up to, we have seen some of us are marrying up to 10 wives and they don't have responsibility. They don't provide responsibility to children. And at the end of the day, children end up in the streets, which is not good.
All right.
And sometimes among the leaders, it encourages with the corruption. So you have 50 children and you are only a politician using our money to of course provide services to your children. That is not good. So as for now, I cannot say polygamy is encouraged. It was good in traditional African society, but as for today, it is not encourageable.
Thank you, Aguer, for your opinion.
iRadio Sudan.
As a lady who is also watching this program or listening to this show, would like to know from you whether you would accept to be the second wife, third wife, fourth wife, or even to be in position of be it either 11, like what Professor said. She was brought up in a family where the father is having 11 wives. Would you accept that to take place? I read you. Madrama James.
Madrama James, sorry.
Naam. Naam.
إذا كان يعني كلمات كثير قاعد في الدنيا يعني في ناس بيجوز 3 4 جاري قاعد في الدنيا لكن كان إنه أكيد كانت جوز مرة واحد كانت جوز مرة واحد تولد مو كده أنا كلمات كثيرة وجارت بيكون بيكون ما يال تاكي تبيران ما يال تاكي يال تبي راسه يال تاكي مرة لكن كانت جوز 2 3 كفات بيكون يوم في ده بيكون متاح حاجات كل بعشر مساكن جاي تاني ما بعدون تبع يعني ثاني كمان يجرب تجور رام تجور عنده سارة دمي يعني ده أنا ما أدري كلامات ده أما أكون كويس زول كده جون 3 4 ما كويس أكيد كان تجور واحد لكن كان كمان هذا كويس واحد كان ده سام تريكة تقول كمان كان تجي كان تجور سالفون جروز كده asawin da inda kalamar ka ce guze mu bisi ko mu giro mu marjalin tane zai ya lo ko guze ya magi so problem date as an what the date be shamus
shukran na jazila na radio.
Madrama.
Yes, Joseph.
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm okay.
Yeah, do you agree with what Professor Julia said?
This is very complicated topic today. Very complicated topic.
Go ahead.
During the war, in time that I was in liberated areas, I've seen many people manage to marry more, marry 10, marry
5 marriages, but there were no difficulties, but there were no resources. But right now, it's become difficult here in Juba. We have the resources, and they are not even covering people. In terms of the economic problem, even some of people now, they are not able to save themselves alone without marriage. Some of us have difficulties now without wives here in town when you look about the people who are surviving. Professor is relating this with the economy weather. That if culturally we don't have problem on that, because we do to marry more wives, and those who are married more, they are better families now. Because when you are married 4, 5, and your children are grow later, you will see them they are better than other lower families, because many of them get opportunities to manage the economy. They became rich. But for me, let us understand our culture. Let our cultural values to be respected and let them be recognized. Right now, you get a rich person married, a wife disputes that guy to not marry, because many of us went to school and they learned that somebody has to marry one wife. The time like that, even some of the rich people right now, those who have more money, their wives are complaining why men.
Quite unfortunately, I lost that's Joseph. Still, you can get back to us after this break right here.
This is a message of peace. We all are South Sudanese. It does not matter where anyone comes from. We need to respect each other and support each other because we are one. We all are human beings. As South Sudanese, we deserve to coexist peacefully, tolerate one another, reconcile all our differences, and live peacefully. This is a message of tolerance and peaceful coexistence brought to you by iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
إحنا كلنا جنوبيين سودانيين، ما مهم منو جاي من وين. إحنا محتاجين نحترم بعض وندعم بعض لأنه إحنا واحد. إحنا كلنا بشر كسودانيين جنوبيين بنستحق عشان نعيش بالسلام، نستحمل بعض ونصالح خلافاتنا ونعيش بالسلام. ذا رسالة تسامح والتعايش السلمي بيجيك من اي راديو هناك في جنوب السودان.
This is iRadio. When contributing to a topic on the radio, please avoid statements that may incite or promote hate. We encourage constructive points of views and criticisms that aim at providing solutions to problems facing the country. We do not want rumor mongering or information that is regarded as hearsays. We advocate for messages of peace and unity among the people of South Sudan. This is iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
Indeed, your eye on South Sudan. A warm welcome back from the break. It's time now for you to still grab that cell phone and share your opinion with us. Let me hear from this iRadio.
مساء الخير.
مساء النور.
الحمد لله معك سايمون فايسين.
مرحبا أخونا سايمون.
كلمت بروفيسور علي بطال، لكن أنا بالنسبة لنا الجنوبيين ظروف علينا قاعدين فيها لنا غير نسلم نفوسنا مرة واحدة. ما قالنا ببذل في نفس الظروف دي. معنينا زمان كان عارف كم نساوينا أفواتنا، كان عارف كم نساوينا هم من ولدنا بنفس الطريقة. الظروف الآخر إننا نكون خرجنا ظروف ده بفوت، نحن ما بنسلم نفوسنا عليه، وعائلين المخانيات عشان يجوزوا 2 3 بيجوزوا. الما جايز أبغى من نفسه براس. شكرا.
نعم iRadio. نعم. قال مشاكل ولا ظروف ديل كله ده بس حاجة temporary بروا. iRadio.
Yes, I heard.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah,
I'm fine. So you are connecting with Bolajim, Lagu, with the Will East.
Welcome, Bol.
Yeah, so I think we are talking about polygamy, right?
You are right.
Yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, I think polygamy is restricted, or can be free for every person to decide. Because if you look at the situation which we are in right now, I think the person who is supposed to decide, who is supposed to marry other wife, has to look into his economic situation. See whether he is in the position of catering for the children that he or she has reproduced, as well as the upcoming children that he is going to have the second wife. So I think polygamy depends on the person that is going to marry another wife.
Where do you belong, particularly you?
I welcome polygamy because I'm from both my dad is polygamy. So I think I am following my dad. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Well,
thank you.
all right. أخونا بول بقول ما بطال عشان زول بيشيلوا أكثر من واحد مرة. المهم تبقى أقدر أفسه. تبقول بالضبط شنو بمشاكلات كل هسي الجنوبيين قاعد بمر من فوقه مرتبات ما في شنو. أخونا جوزيف واني بقول ده بس أجد التمبراري بمعنى جو كمان بجاسل هاي راديو.
Madrama.
دي عندين.
عندي complaint.
Complain when?
Yeah, I do talata mara. I wait for 5 minutes. It will full. After my 15 minutes went for free. You have to pay me back.
Mileage da jata kawajad.
Asma.
Aye.
Asma Professor Kalam bitao sa.
Lesa.
Lano, look at me. Is the one empowering some other communities. You see, some other communities are very powerful. I don't know if I mention tribe, people will think that I'm biased. Like in the Bishop Nazinga Desert, because they are polygamous. You know, the man be ayana barbu aboba betaykan gale and gal it mara ita bears mara ayana barbu. Lanos loop from the beginning. Lomanda resources asu. Mara wa data mabalga kalim medeni wala talata. Wahid Lomanda foundation ita mabalga mara wa one why we will not get. So you have to establish yourself to make resources by make house for one wife. Like when we marriage one wife, mara wahid tajib to the bichi bistaka shadid bijahad bijid hellu. Bazara mark lano zaman kana bazara bas dara. Bazara shadid kulu sana itu bazara ubuju itu besero bagar itu besero mara def lemrwa de bugulek ana der najim warai mara lanu kan pi as a tradition lo mara gat bi maraj barao zede bugulu de tabu because in dinga culture if you are so serious lota zo bitakire shadid mana to bishubita sahara. So if you are one wife with one wife in man, then they'll say you it a sahara it a mana to. So wife have to convince a husband to marry a second wife. And when he marries a second wife have to double a report so that the man get a third wife. Because if the man is tough with her, she will also be blamed that she's a problem. That man is able to bring. And Uzaman command, but not advise mothers and fathers, Bukalam, Abobatomun, girl, my child, go and take care of your husband. So now the girl which in Bele Balumushoko said it, Lamaniji Pibet Putao, Ubi Chakal, Bishit Helu, and he said husband. So a role is to build that husband to make sure that man has to be strong. But Shankar is a man, when you have more wives, you regard it as a rich man. Because only one woman in this 3 wives or 4 wives has to build her family. You know, Bayal Pitao, Bukuni to Booker wife. Mara limerni lazim shaka shadid kulu du bagar bibet bitaw kana bibetu undu jidat nafsa lamar mara limtalat bishtakal kulu du bagar bitaw kama ashan gade bagarat tan zuwa na kul mata bitara yake Ashakade don't do nuzan ketir, manatu into wealth. Because it was perceived as a human resource development. You are bringing more people such that they work for you. You will be a strong family because all these children they will work hard and your well will grow big. With the plan of today,
diang gobal tama itama gedem gidam wealth asa fi zaman bitasa maisha ligo chapati sakit wala kisra bigid mushkila dede ya to wealth alta gad boni sofio bara min bagara
ay maisha ana dana ji fo wasa bi kalam ta hasade ana ji kide kalam ta awul lakin kalam ta zaman ta hasade zaman mara bi zaman londu malaya windu jabona windu talada harba kala indu manabis lakini as a day there in kunta la de sanati malian windu buta makeup windu buta char brow windu so this one actually kalamaksa at this time if you marry two wives you have to make sure that you have a good buy you have to try it very well and you know where to run every day and also as a day zoro hajat with YouTube and social media they are seeing other people cultures yana jata kira buga sa if you are not careful, even they will fashion themselves. So there are very big difference between us and them. I think zaman mara benapso ya biji mara lemrni. So biaras lerajil. She has to work. I think the one of today, they don't want to work. They just need to remain beautiful. They take care of this body. You know, they do makeup, they do whatever they want, and then they remain beautiful. Then, if you don't do, you are not a good husband. So you have to work. That's why you end up remaining with one wife because she is not contributing. You have to work hard for her. And to make the matter worse, the one of today are very educated. So if she's educated, is another problem. You have to be careful because you know her right and all these things.
All right.
So this is where the difference of last times and today is different. But actually, polygamy is good when you have established yourselves and they came with a sound mind. You will have become a strong family when they are there together and they love themselves.
Thank you. Thank you. Dian Deng. Umahad wale banat bitasi bezati tumwen wa salatin o sultana kamana na darasu mamina kumbezad hal fi zaman bitasa bezurub de kulita ka binia karra dil kide numberless tabrudu asan shilo rajil albukuni ndu 5 6 7 nasawin wale la nasuma midai radio.
Yes, I read it.
Aywa.
I'm quick and from Bur.
Good to have you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I agree with the sister. As long as you have resources, if your resources you can even manage to more than 10.
Yeah, as all.
Yeah. Because when you have human, you have resource. Because human resource is human. You can't get a resource without women. So the issue is you need to marry from different clans of South Sudan. One from Benga, one from Chuluk, one from don't try to marry from your own tribe.
What's the secret behind? Why do you want to mix them?
Because they will love you more than anyone. One will love you because when you bring Benga, when you take them to your rural area, that Dinka will not rush to go back to his home, to our homeland. They will stay with you for long. The same to Shulu.
Okay, I got you right.
And the problem is when you marry from your tribe, they will disturb you because they know their what? Their homes is very near from you.
Yeah, meaning they can even connite and deal away with you.
Yes, that is.
Thank you.
What I want to add from this one, women they will not call us because they disagree already.
Okay.
That is all I know.
Thank you. Now let me talk to two more lucky callers before we end this discussion of polygamy. Then we cross over to politics now. Second last one, I read you. Amunu? Good I see Magmunu Minwen. Mushkila when?
Ajet guragata, baget guragata. Yani abdada. Maje kwes kulkulu.
Radio.
Yes. Yes, hello.
Yes.
It's me, community advisor from Bor.
Yeah, it's the discussion is all about the community. So tell us the advice.
Former Vice Chancellor of Dr. John Garang has raised a good momo. Married more than two, it is good, and you produce more. But the problem was faced by our politicians. Long time, in 2012 backwards, the life of South Sudan was very okay. We were a farmer, and we have cow, we have goat, we have chicken. So everybody depend on what they have. You marry a wife, and you build your family, and you give her who to go and cultivate, and you protect her, and you survive her, and you marry another wife, and you do the same. When the time of school comes, you go and take one goat from your farm, sell it, and you let your child go to school. You educate your child. But nowadays, our politicians said something which cannot be said by the citizens. They brought up community violence, whereby community come with another community and fight until the people come to town hall. The life of town cannot incite you to marry more than two wives, because everything comes from your pocket. There is no farm, there is no goat, there is no sheep, there is no chicken, plus cow. So that is the problem now. But when you marry a wife, according to the Western culture, you produce two, and when there is a war, and that two were killed, you end up with nothing. But according to us, you married more than four wives, and if the war come and they kill two boys, you will remain with 10 boys. People will still know you. And when you produce only two, and you end up with them, and they will be killed, people will not remember you. That's why we say married more than wife is good. According to Bible, Jacob married more than 5 wives. Solomon married more than 100 wives, and it is not sin. David the same, Abraham the same, and there is no any sin. But the people who usually love to be married by one man and remain with that, those are ladies and those are women, because they don't want to share what the men have. The body of man cannot be shared by 2 wives. And they said Adam was having 1 wife. Why you? You married more than wife.
All right. Thank you.
So that is why you see Vice Chancellor, the former Vice Chancellor raised that momo. And we are very little. And we are very few. Thank you so much.
All right. Community advisor should be my last call, and for now, as we are shifting also our focus, and remember what is also written in the Bible, that all that are written in the Bible are not for men to fulfill. For example, the drunkard, the womanizers, yes, it's for record purpose. Again, it doesn't mean that we, the modern Christians, should equally invade into. Otherwise, thank you all for sharing your thought with us.
برنامج سانداون هو وجهتكم للأخبار والآراء والنقاشات والحوارات. استمعوا إلى البرنامج حيث يتحدث فيه أصحاب القرار عن قضايا تؤثر في بلدنا وغارتنا فقط عبر برنامج Sundown على آي راديو. عينك على جنوب السودان.
Now from social related issues, we move to politics, where the new Minister of Environment and Forestry, Mabior Garang Dimabior, has pledged to draft a national master plan to tackle deforestation, environmental damage and pollution in oil-producing areas. He officially took office yesterday in a ceremony attended by senior government officials, diplomats and members of the national legislature. Speaking at the event, Minister Mabior thanked President Salva Kiir for giving him what he called a critical task to address the country's environmental challenges. He said widespread deforestation, land degradation, and the pressure that push people to rely on charcoal production are major concern. He also warned that pollution in oil-producing areas is harming communities, livestock, and the environment. Minister Mabior said he will work closely with ministry staff and the undersecretaries for environment and forestry to develop a detailed master plan. This, he said, will help review past work, identify gaps, and set clear priorities to strengthen the ministry's role in managing South Sudan natural resources. More in this following a speech.
There are a lot of challenges. The President has given me this assignment because he understands some of the challenges. I've been appointed Minister of Environment on the ticket of the SPLM IG, and many of you know, like, there are people who have been out there talking about Mabior is not clear where he is. Me and many comrades who are here have been through the struggle. We were members of the SPLA during the War of Liberation. So we are organic to this movement. Nobody can tell us to join the movement. We're an organic part of this movement, and we grew with it. We have not been grafted to the movement. Yeah, so the SPLA during the Bush War was very conscious of the degradation that we are facing in our environment today. I think it was during the time of liberation. And so the president, who were the leaders, part of the leadership of the movement during the War of Liberation, they have given me now this assignment to come and address some of the challenges that we are facing in this ministry. And I look forward to working with many of you and all of you, because I'm just a politician, I'm not a technical person. I'll be depending on all of you for the success. I will also pledge my support to all of you so that we succeed as a ministry. Like, we know some of the challenges we are facing. I've been talking to some people before this reception as I was appointed. There are issues of law and bills that have been, since the inception of the ministry, have not been addressed. I look forward to trying to see how we can together push for this law. We have problems of deforestation in our country. It's a very serious problem. People are burning charcoal. Yeah, and we cannot blame them also because so as we look to try and ban this issue of charcoal, we should look at how can we create an alternative for them and not just come and just ban chopping of wood. Let us think creatively together to see how we can help our people. So as they stop deforestation, we replant trees in our country. That's one of the challenges. The obvious challenge, of course, that we all know is the pollution in the oil fields. How can we address those? Problems? How can we play our role? Because our soil, our water, the air we breathe, is part of a global community. It's not just cleaning up South Sudan, but how can we play our role and responsibility as people and government of South Sudan in some of the international community responsibilities, the responsibilities we have to the world. So I'm aware of all of this, and I will be depending on all of you to help, and I will be there to help as well in any challenges. I know that ministries. I've been a minister before, as some of you may know. I was a Minister of Water and Resources and Irrigation. And the Undersecretary, his name was Liabwe. He helped me very much in my success in that ministry. And I look forward to working with the Undersecretaries here. I just asked the Undersecretary if there is a development master plan for the ministry. And he told me that it is there. I want to be able to see what has been addressed within that development master plan, what are the shortcomings, what needs to be, what has not been done, and what areas of priority we can do. Because there is no minister who will come from his house with a plan. The plan is already there, and each minister who comes will follow that plan. We have Millennium Development Goals. The Millennium Development Goals have been addressed by each country. I think we have Vision 2030, I believe, for South Sudan. And from that vision of the development of South Sudan, each ministry has developed a master plan. So how can we, in the time that I am here, how can we move the development master plan forward? We will not just, I was stuck on investment in Rasmussen, I'm not stuck on from the plan which we have. I want to assure everybody not to be insecure, all the staff, because the culture in our country is that when you are appointed the minister, Tabishil Nasa, Italy go, Tabishil Monbara, then it's going to be given us Usra Bital, so I'm not going to do that. Everybody should feel secure in their job and continue to perform to their best of their abilities. How can all of us together help our people? This ministry has been, when I was appointed, Nas Katirgal, Itagadula, Wazara Sukair, like Mafurkani Dula, Ajatani Kabir. So I don't believe that. I believe the Ministry of Environment is very important. It should be even one of the most important ministries in our government. And resources should be diverted to this ministry to help. It can be the catalyst for the development of our country. So let us try and work together. I said I'm not going to say much, and I've talked a lot already. Yeah, but it's just because I'm happy. Again, I would like to thank Almighty God for the opportunity. Like I said, nothing can happen without the guidance of the Almighty. I would like to thank His Excellency, Comrade President Salva Kiir Mayardit, for giving me this opportunity. And let us work together. I'm not going to say much more. Let our work speak for itself. And I look forward to working with everybody.
Let our work speak. A speech coming in from Honorable Mabior Garang Di Mabior, right there, the newly appointed Minister of Environment and Forestry. Dear listener, let's have a quick break.
This is iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
Well, before I receive some of your calls right here, it's time now for me to turn my attention to those who have taken their humble time to write to us via that's our Facebook page. Alberto Albino Robo says, Yellow Eye Radio, I'm watching you live from Wow. Aniam Quad Aniam is saying greetings to everyone. And Joseph Siata is saying, hello, Madrama James. I'm watching you live from Haibazia Jadid, Wow Town, Western Bar Al Khazal State. From Wow, we move to Western Equatoria State, where we have W. Christopher, who joins us there and is passing his regards to all the followers, writers, listeners, plus regular callers of iRadio across the country. Thank you all for taking your time and reaching out to us via that's our Facebook page live, and those who are also listening to us via that's our website as well. It's nice, and thank you for the privilege of your company. And right about now, we are giving chance to that's the news team to come right here and take over. When we come back, that's when we shall be having that one-to-one conversation once again with you on 091122 986 in regards to the speech delivered by Honorable Mabior Garang de Mabior, the newly appointed Minister of Environment and Forestry. But right now, I would like to say up to here, we have come to the end of our first hour for this particular moment. And thank you all for those who have called, starting from that's our first caller until the last caller. On behalf of the producer, Obachukusha Gawa, I would like to thank you so much for being such an active and good listener. And it's time also for us to give credit where it is due. Special thanks to One Moses and Darlington Moses. These are the personalities behind our social media coverage right here for this show. And the rest of the world got the opportunity also to listen and interact too. That's our home affairs because of these two individuals and some of my colleagues at iRadio. Finally, a text coming in from James Duor saying, "Hello, iRadio, I'm watching you live from Ethiopia. I hope Mabior is going to do what South Sudan need from him." That's our hope equally like that. Thanks a lot for your company. And up next shall be the news headline. I am your host, Madrama James.
It's a